Okay, our guest has been working on both sides of the glass for more than 25 years. With his company, Cashman Commercials, he is an award-winning commercial writer, casting director, and producer. He is also an award-winning and versatile voice actor, dynamic public speaker, and respected teacher. We are so happy he's here. We have so much to talk about, so let's start getting buzzed with the phenomenal Marc Cashman. Hi, Marc.
My friend, Marc Cashman. This guy is the coolest guy in Hollywood.
He is.
For sure. There's no doubt.
He is. Look at him.
He won't even talk. He's speechless right now.
I am.
How are you, man?
I'm
Thank you
good.
for coming down and sharing with us and with sharing with everybody out there, because I know that you're going to have some good stuff for them. You guys got a big treat coming up.
Marc, you have compiled a list for us, for the viewers, of the 8 fundamental skills every voice actor must have.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
These are
awesome.
important.
Yeah.
Well, and the thing is that my report card was literally born out of my daily work on a daily basis. After I thought about it for a while, I was just trying to think of what are the skills that every great voice actor brings. And I was working with some of the top voice actors in the world.
Yeah.
People who were represented by the top agencies in LA, from New York, whatever the case may be. But again, working with really amazing talent. And when I thought about it, I realized there were 8 specific skills that every single great voice actor had. Now, there were many other skills or subsets of those skills, but the 8 major ones were right in front of me every single day. And I realized that I was unconsciously grading these actors on those skills.
Wow, that's cool.
Okay.
So that's how the report card thing came
That's how the
Yeah.
report card came about. And the overwhelming majority of these people, men and women both, had virtually all these skills. Well, they had all of them, just varying degrees of proficiency is really what it came down to. And
Oh, good. I'm excited.
Very cool. Now would be a good time to grab something to write with.
Yes. Your
and
iPad.
something to write on.
Yes.
Or something to type on.
Okay.
Yes.
Take us there.
Okay. So the first and the most fundamental skill is breathing. And people say, well, duh, breathing. Of course you got to breathe.
Yeah.
But the thing is that when we get behind the microphone, all of a sudden we start breathing differently for a number of reasons. Number 1, because we might be nervous. Number 2, because we've got to say a mouthful in a very short amount of time. Number 3, because we may have an audience of more than just the engineer, like the client is right there on the other side of the glass, so you're performing for them. And number 4, if you're not prepared, then you are going to be a little bit more nervous there as well. So, of course, I never know how much preparation an actor does before they come in. So that's why I hear varying degrees. But one of the other things, I'm trying to remember who it was, and I think it was Elaine Clark, who's a wonderful teacher up in San Francisco. She said that the reason that we run out of breath when we're doing voiceover is because the words aren't ours. They're somebody else's words. When we're speaking our own words, when we're talking, we know just how much breath we need to get to the end of a phrase, just like I did just now.
Right.
And also, I'm not on script. I'm not talking to you. I don't have these words that I'm saying right now on the page.
Right.
But even if I did, it would be better because they would be my words.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't run out of breath.
Yeah.
But when you're reading somebody else's words, you don't.
Yes.
Where do I stop? Where do I pause?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So the thing is breathing, people realize very, very quickly after they record and then they listen back to themselves that they're not breathing like they normally breathe. So that takes a while. It takes some practice to understand phrasing and breathing and all sorts of things. Besides just the breath, again, everything talking on the breath, you also have pitch, you also have volume control, you also have projection, how much you're projecting, how much energy you've got. There are so many other things going on than just breathing.
Yeah.
The one thing that other people don't realize is that, for the most part, voice actors breathe in through their mouth and out through their mouth, not in through the nose and out through the mouth. In through the mouth. So that basically their mouth is open virtually the entire time. And they realize that too, because what happens is they get, well, we're used to closing our mouths after, we're not going to open our mouths all the time. You know, close your mouth. Your parents always say, close your mouth.
Gonna catch flies.
Yeah,
Exactly. But the thing is, they close their mouths, and then when they open them up, you hear smacking and all sorts of things like that. So it takes a while to learn how to breathe properly. Here's the thing. I could go on talking to you for days and not take a big breath in between any of my sentences.
Right.
I'm not doing any big breaths at all.
Right.
And yet I continue to talk.
Yeah.
And talk and talk and talk.
Right.
Right.
By the way, I just heard about a new 12-step program.
Breathers Anonymous?
Well, it's a 12-step program for people who talk incessantly.
Really?
real?
Yeah, it's called On and On and On.
On and on and on.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Rim shot, please.
That's
Come on.
good.
Thank you.
Let's
Thank
see,
you very
Mark's
much.
stand-up is going to be this weekend.
Yeah. At the Comedy
That's
Club.
funny.
That's it.
So what is maybe something simple that somebody, like, they can, a little quick checklist, so that when they're in the booth, they can say, okay, breathing. They just get them into that breathing right mode.